Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Seth Keeping It Real. Hope you guys are having a very awesome day. I am here today in one of my condos that we rent out. This is another form of passive income for us, and in the future I'm going to share some tips on how to use real estate in a way that will make you a whole lot of money passively. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about private labeling. Now, why is this so important? If you are selling on Amazon, one of the most frustrating things that can happen, and something that can completely tank one of your products, it happened to me numerous times, is if you have a listing, you've gone into all the work of researching, finding a product that's profitable, you found the supplier, you had it built, you tested it, you tweaked it, you tested it again, you spent a lot of time and a decent amount of money to find that product and to get it made. This is hours of work. And then you created a listing and you poured your heart into writing it in a really engaging, interesting way. And you built it based on the weakness of competitors' products' most negative reviews. You found the weakness of this one and you came over here and you made yours stronger. After all this time, you finally post it. You get it shipped off to Amazon FBA, and now you wait and you're excited and you just can't wait to see this thing start to sell. And then something really cruddy happens. One day you go into Amazon Seller and you look at your account and someone else is selling your product under your listing. They did not create the product description. They did not take the photos. They did not put the time to create the bullet points in a way that showed the strengths of yours based on the weaknesses of the competitors. And now they are riding upon your potential success, and they're just 5 cents lower than you, which means they're probably going to get the buy box. Not a guarantee, but one of the strongest factors we know in Amazon's algorithms is to get that buy box, you have to have a lowest priced most of the time. Let me give you an example of the buy box. So for example, right here it says add to cart. That means one seller has this buy box, and that seller is going to get all the credit for this sale. Now, how do I know that? Well, if you look right here, it says 3 new from $29.99. So these are the other sellers. There's P.T. Dunright. Sometimes I never understand why the names that some sellers pick on Amazon. It's like it's a pronunciation challenge. And then we have Forza Sports. That's a pretty cool name. So they're both selling this product, but their chance of making anything off of this is minimal to none, because Perfect Fitness right here, they have the buy box. How do they do that? They have the lowest price and or they have the strongest reviews and reputation on Amazon. So watch, when I click right here to 3 new, now you can see there are 3 different companies selling it. And in this case, Amazon has the buy box. Excuse me, it wasn't the Perfect Fitness, that's the brand. Amazon themselves has the buy box. So you could be the person who creates your listing and you post it, and then other people are listing under your name. And you've done all the work and now they're cutting you out. So how do you fix that? What do you do to fix this problem? Well, there are 3 levels, 3 lines of defense you can use, and I'm going to share them with you. Number 1, in one of your pictures, you include a picture of your logo. Once you've done this, just get a simple logo, and all you do is you add it to the pictures of your Amazon listing. Just add a picture of the logo. Now, I know that's super simple, and it's like, what does it even mean? Well, it does mean something. It says, I have a brand, and this is my logo. Don't touch my brand, okay? Like it is a strong statement. Second, in the title, let's say your product is this one. I'm going to go back so you can see. Okay, let's say your product is this one right here where it says Perfect Fitness. Perfect Fitness. Perfect Fitness Pull-Up Assist Pro. Say buy whatever your company name is. So if your company name is Azarian Sports, you would say buy Azarian Sports. And then the logo would be one of the pictures, all right? So if I go back here and I click on this, and this picture comes up, one of the pictures, this obviously has only 2. They have this picture and this picture. There's this guy here, he's doing his chin up with his assist. Come on, man, get rid of the strap and do it without it. Anyways, just my opinion. But you could have another picture of your logo that has the name on it if you want, Azarian Fitness, and then up here it says buy Azarian. Now again, this is not going to 100% guarantee that you are not going to, that someone else won't sell what you're selling. But I'm telling you, it helps. It really, really helps. Because you're showing that this is something you have personally invested in and belongs to you, and it's your own design and your own product. It'll discourage a lot of people. Now, there's still some people out there, some wannabes, who are going to say, oh, look, someone else. And they're lazy, and they don't want to take the time to write their own product description, and so they're going to go post under yours. And they're going to try to write off all that hard work you did. Okay, well, I have a letter written by a lawyer that is extremely intimidating and powerful. And you can send it to them, and I'd be happy to send it to you, and you can edit it as you like. And it's basically, a cease and desist. Like, get your name off of my product, or I'm going to report this to Amazon. And it has never failed to work for me. Now, that is your first line of defense. It is the weakest, but it's a start, especially if you don't have a lot of money to start with. Second line of defense. This one's stronger. When you get your product created, such as this one right here, get a logo printed on the product itself. This is very strong. In other words, you might have it right there on the strap. See right there? Or you might have it right here next to the buckle. It doesn't have to be huge. And what's really cool about this is most suppliers will actually give you not only a very minimal fee, but even make it free if you order enough in quantity. So when you do this, what happens is if I come along and I see your listing and I want to list your listing, I can't because I don't have a logo. And if I even try, well, come on, obviously I'm not going to have my logo printed on my product that you're selling unless I'm a complete idiot, all right? And there are a few people in this world who would do that even. But this is your second line of defense. You get a logo printed on the product itself. Ask your supplier. Most suppliers should be able to do this if they're worth their salt. You just say, hey, I like to order whatever it is. Let's say your first order is 100. I like to order 100. Would you please print this logo on it? And usually they'll ask you to have it in a PNG file or a JPEG file. It is not hard to do. If you have a friend or someone you know who can whip you up a quick, simple logo, if you can get ideas from 99 Design, they can save it in the file format you want. Even in Preview, which is an application on a Mac, you just go to File, Export, and then you pick which one you want. It's real simple. And then you send it to the supplier puts it on there, and you're good to go. Now, what if it's a really small product? Like a really tiny product, and okay, so it's a ring. How insane is it for me to stick a logo on a ring? Not only do I not want it on there, but it'd be really, really tiny and just look completely dorky. There's another way. You get it shipped to you in a box, and you get the logo put on the box. A lot of suppliers can provide packaging for you. Again, the more you ramp up with your business, the easier that's going to get. Because once you're ordering 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 of the ring that you're selling, the cost for a logo is like nothing. If in fact, at that point, I would be shocked if the suppliers are going to require you to pay for a logo because you're already ordering so much. So that is your second. So first line of defense, picture of your logo, and in the title put by your company name. Second line of defense, still say by your company name in the title, but get the logo printed on the product or on a box if your product is small, and include the picture of the box with your logo on your listing. Third line of defense, and by far the most powerful, is get your product trademarked. Now this costs money. There's a website you need to go to get signed up for it, and in the next video I'll show you exactly how to do that. But this is your legal backing. This is the most guaranteed way, and Amazon will back you every time on this one. I cannot guarantee Amazon's backings on the other, but on this one, absolutely 100%. Because now they are breaking the law. And you can get it trademarked around the world. There are certain companies I will show you where you can get it yourself covered anywhere you go, or at least in most countries where you're going to be doing regular e-commerce. When you get it trademarked, that logo, that company name, is yours, and no one else can sell under your name if their product is in the same category. Let me explain. I used to own a store called mountainvapes.com. I did not get it trademarked. I was young and dumb and very ambitious and bold. And so I'm out here selling, and I'm excited, and I'm starting my store, and I'm an entrepreneur, and all of a sudden I get this letter from a lawyer, and the lawyer says, oh, by the way, it was something like Mountain Smoky Vapes, and this is trademarked, and therefore you cannot use this name, so cease and desist. Now, I'm not really easily intimidated, but I will tell you I was nervous. Like, oh my goodness, I just got a letter from a friendly lawyer who wants to have coffee with me. They would like to throw me in jail if I don't do what he asks. So I took the letter and I thought, this is crazy. So I called him, I emailed him, I called the owner, emailed him, no response at all. And they gave me a deadline at which I had to respond and say, okay, fine, I accept. They gave me a deadline or they were going to sue me. Now, I didn't try to break some law. I didn't know that they had trademarked their name. I didn't even know to look for that. I just thought Mountain Vapes, man, that just sounds cool. And so I changed my store name. Long story, I'll share it with you someday. I ended up completely, the business completely failed. I sold my store for about $25. It was amazing. But it was one of the greatest lessons of my life. So again, 3 lines of defense. I hope that is helpful for you. In my next video, I'm going to explain how to trademark it if you get to that point. But if I were you, if you're starting off, start with the first line of defense because it's simple and it's not expensive. Then go to the next line of defense and keep ramping it up. One last thought. If you're in the mentality of you find a product and you buy it for really cheap and you sell it for a lot of money, that's worth getting semi-excited about. If that is your primary excitement of the day, you're probably not going to succeed in growing passive income. You will always be working for your new boss called Amazon or eBay. The goal of this is to get to find a product that sells over and over and over for you where Amazon is shipping it out. That's why when you make a profit off of sorry guys, my screen went black. That is why when you make a profit off of a one-time sale, that money needs to be devoted to buying new products, but not just one, duplicates. If you find one shirt that sells really well, buy many of that shirt and start selling it. Then it's selling Amazon FBA while you are eating a chicken sandwich, swimming at the pool, working on a new product, hanging out with your husband or wife. See? That's the key, is you want to get your money working for you. Don't keep in this cycle of, I'm going to find a product and sell it, and then I find a product and sell it. You'll never stop. You'll just be stuck in this cycle for the rest of your life. And that's not fun. And then you can't scale your business. By scale, I mean grow it and grow it and grow it and make more and more money because you're limited by your own time. Hey, I hope this has been helpful for you. I will be creating a lot more content and I have a ton more stuff to share with you. And I hope you have an awesome day. Take care. Bye.